Hello, everyone. Welcome to the series of leadership talks that we have been having for a few months now. We have today with us Shlok. Shlok has done his BTech in electrical engineering from NIT Kurukshetra. Then he has done his MBA from IMT Ghaziabad, which is one of the Ivy League colleges. And then he has also done his AMPBA program, formerly called as CBA, from Indian School of Business. With respect to the work experience, Shlok worked with IBM, with Infosys, with American Tower, with United Health Group, HSBC, and now he's working with Salesforce. And the best part is, he's into core analytics. He started off as senior data insights analyst, moved on to become manager for analytics and insights, then pricing strategy and analytics. Now he's senior manager in the space of pricing strategy and analytics. Such a wonderful journey you had, I should say, Shlok. And thank you so much for pulling out your time from your busy schedule. Here is my first question. A lot of people want to get into this field of data science and AI, and they want to surf on the wave. They want to ride on the wave. But they are really not sure what are the real world projects that are accomplished in the practical settings in different companies. So would you like to throw some light on that, Shlok?
Sure. Thanks, Professor, first of all, for having me here. It's a pleasure to be having this chat with you. So first of all, riding the wave is probably a term which has gone back now 5 years. Now you have to you have to embrace it. It's already here. There's no industry I can think of which is untouched by AI. And especially in enterprise software or SaaS product companies, we have to be on the forefront of it. And that is something which is visible across the value chain. AI is not just a tool, it's an intelligent partner now. So we can think about product development. It is helping product managers build smarter, more intuitive products. We analyze a lot of user interaction data, the in-app interactions the customers have with our products, and based on compiling that information and using AI to understand and take recommendations out of it, that how do we make our products better. So that's the first kind of projects which is around the product analytics side of it, which are being worked upon. And secondly is around the personalization aspect of it in sales and marketing. A lot of take an example of lead scoring. Earlier, it used to be more traditional way of doing the lead scoring, but now with more computational power, better models, we're able to combine the signals from thousands of parameters and then predict which are my leads where I should be focusing more to get a higher chance of conversion. So these are, I would say, wave 1 and wave 2 use cases of AI. But now let me talk about the wave 3. Which is, the aim thing which has picked up in the last 4 or 5 months, I would say, is the agentic AI. And the first use case which we are looking at right now is the customer success or the customer support. We are not only talking about providing information to the customers, not the conversational bots, which we used to have in the previous wave. We are now talking about automated agents, which are taking that conversation to an action. So some of the use cases like order management. A customer might come back and say that, hey, I want the delivery of this, of this product at so and so address. The agent is intelligent enough and it has the right access to go ahead and update that delivery address in the system. So we are saving that human agent's time on that. So it's not only saving time, it can handle more volume. And that is where the concept of digital worker, digital labor, as they say, is coming in. And it is augmenting human agents as well in terms of it is providing real-time recommendations to the human agents. The generative AI and the, backed by the customer data is providing that real-time insight in terms of how the customer has used product in the past, what is the recent sentiment with the interactions they had with our firm, and everything putting into context provides more value, more power to the human agent to get better customer satisfaction. And these were kind of, I would say, These three examples are basically, I thought that are the main use cases which are being pursued right now. But there's one more thing which I would like to call out, and that is very powerful. That it's not only about customer-facing use cases. The way industry is moving and the way this AI revolution is churning up, it's actually changing the way we think about problems. I can talk about from my experience the way my team works. That instead of spending days or weeks digging through the data, now I can just reach out to an agent within my team and tell them that I need information about this, and I get that information within an instant. And the way we are using agents in our team is more around how can we be more productive. We are summarizing research papers, we are automating reports, even we are, for the newer folks, we are using agents to draft communication so that they get better at data storytelling, which is a very important key, for getting those insights into practice. And that is how there's a shift in how we are thinking about problems, how we operate. It's clearing up our mind of all the mundane and the tasks which can be automated, and helping us spend more time on creative and creative problem solving and the strategic initiatives.
Wonderful, wonderful, Shlok. All these are very, very exciting use cases that you told. And you also have introduced us to a few of the keywords such as digital labor, digital worker. And if someone says, please, can you update the address and deliver the item to a different address, automatically taking the details and then updating will save a lot of effort, right? Otherwise, human agents should have ideally gone back and updated. So all the best for your wave 3, right? Which is an enhancement over the other systems that you're building, which are also extremely meaningful, right? Like lead score. Which customer should I spend more time on or less time on, right? And then you were also saying that you have tons of data. How do you retrieve that data, right? And now you're saying that there is an agent which is written, which will give you the data immediately. It doesn't take a lot of time, right? You have automated certain reports. I'm sure using GenAI, you would have done that. And then you're also using agentic AI, writing agents for newbies, so that their communication in terms of the emails that they send, or in terms of the story that they communicate with the customers, improves significantly. Wonderful, Shlok. Thank you so much for that thought-provoking conversation, in which you have also introduced us to a few of the key terms, new terms that are emerging. Second question is, Shlok, if you were to hire someone in your department, then what are the kind of skills that you look for?
That is a very deep and interesting question. I ponder upon it a lot, Bharani. So usually if I go back around 10 years back, and I remember the time in 2011 when the first time we came across some predictive analytics and we wrote a white paper around it. The industry has changed a lot. Now, earlier it was a problem of less supply. Now there is more supply, I would say, in terms of folks who have the required technical skill set and are eligible to apply, and their resumes look really good. So what's missing is the connect between the technical knowledge and industry application, and that is the biggest problem which which I see right now. And this is my biggest advice to anybody who is foraying into this, is that with access to information and all these powerful courses and YouTube videos like yours, they're making the information accessible to everybody, and it has created a level playing field. But where the disconnect or where the opportunity lies to stand out from the crowd is that creative problem solving mindset. That everybody can go and Kaggle and pull out a data set and then just write down the code which is available everywhere. But how are you solving any problem which matter? It might not be solving world hunger problems, but it will be something which you solve for yourself. As a hiring manager, I would love to hear that. Let's say you are interested in stock investing. Did you create a integration between your Notion notebook and putting an API or text scraping the data from AMFI website, and then use a prompt engineering generative model to create that insight for you so that you can review it on a weekly basis. So I would love to hear these kind of problems which are real world, solving a particular problem, and that gives me confidence in that particular prospect or in that particular candidate, that this person will be able to adapt and learn new technologies as they go through this fast changing technology revolution of AI which is happening. Because I would say 4 or 5 months back, probably last year around September, nobody was talking about agents. Now everybody is talking about agents. So, it's a very fast evolving world, and you always need to be on your toes. And, technical skills are a given now. You need to figure out which is the area within data science or within AI you need to focus on. You want to be a data scientist, you want to be a data analyst, you want to be an architect. What frameworks you need to learn for that? That will tell you which technology frameworks or technologies you need to learn. Foundations being math, science, and coding. But then what will set you apart is the creative problem solving. I sorry for the long answer, but I use this saying: learn, apply, repeat. So this should be the motto of your life, that you learn something, you apply it on a real world problem, and then you repeat on a different problem. This will not only give you, it will make your learning as a skill, and then that skill, that applying that skill will give you a confidence. And this is a circle which will reflect in your interactions with people when you are, solving for clients, solving it for your managers, and so on.
Wonderful, Shlok. A lot of interesting things. When I told that a lot of people want to surf on it, you started off saying that it's no longer surfing, it's not a wave, it's already there. So people have to learn. Right? And learn, apply, repeat mindset that you spoke about is very, very interesting. Absolutely, people have to learn, and they should not confine their process only to learning. Otherwise, it'll become like swimming, where you learn and don't practice. So you eventually, if you enter into the water, you will drown, right? So you need to absolutely apply it into practice. And then you told that creative problem solving mindset is what I look for. Absolutely. And then you also said that you would look at whether they have built something for their own self. For example, if they are into stock market trading, were they able to build a basic application which will help them do stock market trading in a better manner, etc. Wonderful. So in short, you're saying that I want someone who gets as creative as possible with respect to problem solving and does some solution building to solve the real world problems. Right? That will give you immense confidence before you hire them. Wonderful. There you go, friends. So these are all very important points coming directly from the leaders who are working in this space of AI and generative AI and agentic AI. As Shlok has said, the word called agentic AI is, echoing in everybody's ears, right? And you have to frequently keep yourself abreast of the latest happenings. Only then will you find yourself relevant in the job market on an ongoing basis. Thank you so much, Shlok, and it was a pleasure interacting with you. All the best for your future. I'm certain you'll grow in leaps and bounds. Do stay in touch. Thank you so much for your time once again.
Thank you, Professor. It was a pleasure. Yeah.